It's something to avoid. Avoid singles at all costs. Absolutely avoid. This video was brought to you by my loyal patrons through the channel membership program. Pledge today and receive exclusive perks, benefits, early access to videos, and more. Link in the description. Good day, good day. Let's just dive into the gifts for collectors. Number 1 and number 2 may overlap a smidge. I don't think so, because I do think that they're also separate, but I do want to separate them here and kind of distinct them as their own separate gifts. Number 1 being carrying cases. Collectors have to get from show to show, shop to shop, from their house to their friend's house, or wherever they're going. They need to have something to hold their cards in. Yes, a shoebox is a great beginner's carrying case for kids. Binders are as well. White storage boxes will get the job done as well. But a carrying case to really, really protect the cards that the collector you're buying for mostly treasures. You know, the high-end stuff, or high-end to them, because high-end could vary from collector to collector. $100 could be high-end for a 6-year-old, where $100 could be low-end for somebody that's making, you know, $100,000 a year in salary from their full-time job. You know, it doesn't matter. Carrying cases, you know, the one with a little pin pad on it, whether it's Zion cases, Ultra Pro, whatever, Amazon even, Etsy, wherever you can find them. You want to make sure you get a good one, though. Maybe a size too big so that it allows that collector to grow into it. You don't want to get a 1 row when they need a 2 row, or you don't want to get a 1 row when they have like already a 1 row full of cards, because then they're going to accumulate more cards and they're going to need another case. So you want to make sure, and I always say this, make sure you get a size too big, allowing that collector to grow into it. Come the day that they want to have a smaller case for their really, really nice cards, their PC or their high-end cards that they're going to take to shows, sure. Then that could be next year's gift, or you can have them go out and get it themselves. But a carrying case, 2-3 rows work great. Definitely make their Christmas. Number 2, and you might be able to see why it overlaps, or why I think it overlaps, and that is supplies. So you may have thought that a carrying case is kind of a supply, and I think it is a supply, but I want to really separate and differentiate the two between a carrying case and penny sleeves, top loaders, team bags, and such. Card Town armor even. I really want to separate those two. Now, the perfect wombo combo that would be great stocking stuffers is penny sleeves, top loaders. 4 packages of top loaders for $5 each. So that's $20. That's the same as Ultra Pro's website. And 1 bag of penny sleeves comes with 100 penny sleeves for $1.50. Again, same as Ultra Pro's website. Perfect. There's 100 bags in the penny sleeve, or there's 100 sleeves in the bag of penny sleeves. And then there's, if you get 4 cases of top loaders, 25 per, adds up to 100. 1 sleeve, 1 top loader. Boom, you just made their Christmas for less than $25. If you're buying these at a card shop, you could ask the card shop runner, the owner or the employee that's there, like, oh, hey, what else could I get that a collector may need in terms of supplies? You have your 1 touches. Again, I already mentioned your team bags, your graded bags. Here at Murph's Card Town, we have Card Town armor, which there will be a sale for in the coming week or so. There will be a sale for Card Town armor. However, not any shop actually outside of Murph's Card Town carries Card Town armor. But again, supplies, that's kind of where the cardboard boxes may kind of fit in, or where, binders fit in. There's just so much more to kind of really dive into when it comes to supplies outside of just the carrying case. And I did want to separate them too, and hopefully you see why, because when I say supplies, there's so much more to kind of sink your teeth into, so much more you can kind of you purchase for that collector. Let's say they're a Pokemon only collector. Well, penny sleeves and top loaders are great for anybody, but they may not need the storage box. They may want a binder option instead. They're not going to need team bags. They're going to want some sleeves to put their cards in, to put them in the binders. But you can kind of see why I was separating the two. I mean, a lot of Pokemon collectors don't want 1 touches in their, Pokemon cards in the 1 touches. So you want to make sure that you want to avoid the 1 touches if you're buying for a Pokemon collector. Now, they do come with Pokemon. I think I just purchased some recently. It might be in one of those giant boxes behind me. I'm not sure. Maybe it's coming in, where it's a 1 touch with a Pokeball on the back side of it. I think that's super neat. I think that's super cool. But again, a lot of collectors don't want Pokemon cards in 1 touches for whatever reason. I have no idea, but that's just apparently a thing. So again, asking your shop owner or shop employee these questions, and hopefully they can help guide you with the correct answers, or the answers that you think will best fit the collector you're buying for. Number 3, blaster boxes. Super awesome gifts, especially for younger collectors, kids, teenagers, anybody that's on a budget for the most part. Now, make sure that you're not overpaying for these blaster boxes. We all know these places that are charging $35, $40, $50, $60 for a $25, $30 box. It's just unfortunately inevitable. Not every place can be like Murph's Car Town and offer boxes for $25 or $30. Whatever the MSRP is supposed to be, that's the price of the box here at the shop, not including older products. Of course, that is a massive caveat there. We've all walked into shops knowing that a box is $25 and you see it tagged for $44.99, $49.99, $59.99. You're like, what the hell is going on here? Make sure you do your research. Try to avoid buying online just to help avoid scams, unless you really do find a good price that's not too good to be true, because if it's too good to be true, the chances are it is absolutely too good to be true. But you want to make sure that you're getting a good price. You want to make sure you're buying from somebody trusted. If you heard that so-and-so's name is a trusted name and the price is good, fine, buy it online. I'm never going to tell people not to buy from the cheapest that they can find. I'm never not going to say that. But go to a shop, see what's around. Go to a show, see what's around. If you're, indulging in the hobby yourself, see what's out there. You want to make sure you get this collector in your life the gift that they want. And this is also going to kind of allude to my avoid, which I will lead to later. But right now, sticking with the blaster boxes, you want to make sure that you're getting them a gift that they want. We don't know what box it is that you're going to be getting us. We don't know what box or what cards are in that box. However, we all love ripping packs. We all do. And that's why I think blaster boxes are not only affordable, but they are great, great gifts because of the affordability and the adrenaline rush of ripping packs that you're giving the collector you're buying it for. $25 box, 6 packs, chances to pull it downtown, a kaboom, a case hit or whatever. But you're getting that rush. I'm trying to make the sound of ripping packs. It's not going well. But you get the point, right? You get the point. Blaster boxes. If you really want to indulge and you really love this person that you're buying it for, sure, go ahead and go for hobby boxes. They're not on my list. They're not the ones that I'm avoiding. That's not the thing that I'm alluding to later. Hobby boxes are a great gift as well. Of course, they are more pricey. They are much more expensive. Some hobby boxes may have 1 pack in it, 4 packs in it. Some hobby boxes may have 7 cards or 10 cards. That's why I believe in blaster boxes, because the majority of blaster boxes have at least 6 packs in them. Some have 10 to 12. Some will have 24 cards, ranging all the way to like 90-something cards. You just get so much more meat on the bone when it comes to blaster boxes, and that's why I put them on this list and not the hobby boxes. Again, hobby boxes are not something to avoid. You just have to be more careful because the prices could be significantly higher. Well, they are significantly higher, but you also have to be careful that people, shops or shows or online could be charging significantly more for these boxes because they're hobby boxes. So definitely do a little bit more research if you're going to be buying hobby boxes for the collector in your life. But number 3 for me is going to be blaster boxes. Number 4, tickets to an upcoming card show. This was a tricky one for me to think of because I knew 1, 2, 3, and 5. I knew the one to avoid, and I'm thinking, what's the 4th one? Because I like the last one that I have here. I think it's a good kind of, round off to all these gifts here. Number 4, though, was really, really tricky for me because I didn't want to be super bland. I didn't want to be generic. I think tickets to an upcoming card show. Now, your local VFW shows, your 30-table shows, or your free admission shows, you don't need to buy tickets for. But your bigger shows, whether it's EC3Con if you're local, the National if you want to travel, the Dallas show, the West Coast show, or any kind of show, like a regional show in your area that offers ticket purchases online, could range anywhere from $10 to $15, maybe $20. I think they would be a really good gift. Again, another stocking stuffer along with supplies, along with number 5 that I'll get into in a moment. But tickets to an upcoming card show could really, really just Give them a little bit of excitement. It's like giving somebody tickets to a ball game, to a football game, basketball game, baseball game, hockey game. They go through their stocking and they pull out the tickets to some show in January in 3 weeks from Christmas. That gives them something to look forward to. That gives them something exciting. Maybe you got them a blaster box or some supplies to kind of pair with it. Now they have supplies to fill their collection to go to this card show with. Maybe you give them some money to spend at the card show, $50, $100, whatever. However much you may love this collector in your life, who knows? But you guys see kind of the direction that I'm going with here. I do think tickets to an upcoming card show would be a fantastic idea, a fantastic stocking stuffer. And I think it's something out of the ordinary. I don't think, any of these influencers or hobbyists or whatever, who may be making these kind of lists are going to be saying tickets to a card show. They're going to be telling you, of course, your supplies and you're carrying your blaster boxes, sure. And they're going to tell you singles and they're going to tell you gift cards and they're going to tell you whatever. And some of them are on my list. Some of them aren't. But I think tickets to a card show is outside the box and it would be really fun. Again, it's something to look forward to. And no, so that jumps me to number 5. And I had just alluded to it. And that is a gift card to their local card shop. Now, of course, you can get this by walking into the card shop, and you may be able to check off a couple other gifts here for the collector in your life that you're buying. You walk in, grab your penny sleeves top loaders, you walk in, grab a blaster box, walk in, grab a gift card. Boom, Christmas is done for that collector in your life. Or you just want to walk in, grab a gift card because you have no idea. Or maybe you're new to the hobby, you're a seasoned collector, and you're just stumped on what to get that person because they don't collect like you do. Whatever the reason is why you may be watching this video and why you may need to hear number 5, gift card to their local card shop. You can go to that card shop. You can grab all of these, maybe not the tickets to an upcoming card show. You can grab a carrying case, supplies, blaster box, and that gift card, and you will win Christmas. I guarantee it. Now, gift card to the local card shop could be the only gift that you're getting because you have absolutely no idea, and you will still win Christmas. $25 gift card, $50, $100, whatever the number is that you want to get that collector in your life. Great stocking stuffer. You can even hide it in the tree even. I know it's like some families, my family did this when I was younger. We put Christmas cards in the envelope in the tree. So you'd have to, after you open your presents, if there wasn't a card in the stocking, it'd be in the tree. Put the gift card in the tree, and that'd be a great, great gift. Gives them something to look for, especially the younger collectors. Again, we have to think of collectors of all ages, not just 30, 50-year-old guys in between. You can't think of just 25-year-olds. We also have to think about the 7-year-olds, the 12-year-olds who are in this hobby. They're the future, the next generation of this hobby. We want to make sure that they're having fun, that they're really invested into this emotionally, obviously not financially because they don't have the money yet like adults do. And maybe the adults don't have the money either, but you guys see the point here. We don't want kids to feel like they're priced out. We don't want the kids to feel like that they're excluded because they can't afford something. Gift card would be a great gift for a kid or an adult, but especially the kids because it gives them money that they didn't have before, money to spend at their local card shop, which they probably already like spending there anyways. So yeah, gift card to the local card shop. Again, great for anybody, kid specifically. And if you're in a pinch and you have no idea what to get this person or that person, gift card will absolutely do it. It's not number 6. It's something to avoid. Singles. Avoid singles at all costs. Absolutely avoid singles. Now, you may be thinking, Murph, what? Why? Hear me out. Unless, I'll start with the unless. Unless you were with the person you're buying for, unless you're with the collector you're buying for at the shop the day before. So today's Thursday. So let's say you and the collector you're buying for came to the shop on Wednesday. And they saw, ooh, I like that Roman Anthony card. I would really like that for Christmas. You don't buy it then and there. You walk out. You come back the next day on Thursday. You ask the shop owner or the employee, is that Roman Anthony card still there? And they're like, yes, it's right here. Then you buy it. Then it's a great idea to buy singles. Why I'm saying avoid singles at all costs, folks, is because you walk in and you know that they like Roman Anthony. You know that they like LeBron James or Luka Doncic or Jaden Daniels. But if you don't know a thing or two about this hobby, like a lot of parents don't, believe it or not, a lot of mothers don't, a lot of dads even don't because they're just not into cards anymore because they were into it in the 90s and then they were all done with it. Grandparents don't. Siblings may not, specifically sisters may not. You just don't want to get a card of a player because you know that the collector you're buying for likes that player, and it's the wrong card. They already have it, or it just flat out stinks because it was underwhelming. Oh, it's just a fireworks insert. Oh, it's just a what was it, a splash insert? It's just cool. Yeah, it's just a green insert. Now, of course, that's very selfish and very rude of the person that you bought it for, and you would feel like crap yourself, and they absolutely should not treat a gift as such negative pessimism. But if you're buying for a kid, they may not know any better. If you're buying for an adult, they may be a smart ass or just flat out rude, and you just want to avoid that at all costs, right? You just don't want to put anybody in a situation where that you feel like that they need to like this gift. And if you're receiving that gift, you don't want to be in a position to be forced to like that gift, even though you don't, and you already have 4 other copies of it because you ripped so much of that given product, right? So it's just really challenging to buy singles. Now, unless it's a card that you know that this collector absolutely doesn't have, okay, fine. But again, now we're still running into risks here. You know, will they like it? Is the grade good enough? Is the condition good enough? Listen, I'm not going to say singles are a terrible gift because they're not. I'm just saying avoid them. Gravitate to these other 5 gift ideas first before you run into singles. Maybe if the collector is just starting out and you know they're a huge Red Sox fan, maybe buy a binder or a cardboard box and a bunch of Red Sox cards so they can kind of fill up their collection that way, especially if they're new or they're young. That'd be a great idea. But if it's like your boyfriend or your husband, your brother, whoever, or your son, I would avoid singles. And I would rather see somebody gravitate to a blaster box, gift card to the local card shop. Let them figure it out. You have no idea what to get them, so let them figure it out with the gift card. I think that would be a really, really good idea to help you win Christmas. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Were any of these 5 gifts on your radar? Have you already gotten any of these 5 gifts for the collector in your life? Are they good ideas? Are they bad ideas? Let me know down in the comments below. How do you feel about the avoiding singles aspect of this 5 gifts for collectors? I'm not going to say it's a 6th idea, but avoid singles. What do you guys think about that? Is that a good idea? Is that a bad idea? Let me know down below in the comments.